What's poppin' T Squad? It's your girl Keisha, and I am here with my all tea, all shade, Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 4, Episode 1 review. We are finally here, you guys. The season has finally began after all of these months, after all of these stories and gossip and all of the things that have came out in the media. This season has finally dropped, and it was worth the wait, I must say so. I know somebody in the comment section is going to ask what I'm wearing on my lip. MAC Cork Lip Pencil, Artist Couture Nude Lipstick in the color Angel Baby, and Artist Couture Lip Gloss in the shade Thirst Trap. That is what I'm wearing on my lips. And if you all like this outfit that I'm wearing, I got it from Pretty Girl Parlor Curvy Teak. It is a plus size boutique, black owned. I love it. I wear all of her pieces for my reunion looks. This outfit is just one of my faves. I love a good two-piece, and now that I got small boobies, I love this outfit even more. So if you like this or you want something else, check out Pretty Girl Parlor Curvy Teak, and I have a discount code. My discount code is PYNK20, so you can get 20% off your purchase. So head over to Pretty Girl Parlor Curvy Teak. Okay, you guys, now let's get into tonight's episode because we got a lot to discuss. We start off with the episode with Marsau and Tisha heading out to dinner. They're going on a dinner date, and they sit down and they discuss the fact that he went to Africa alone. He didn't even think enough of his wife to even ask her if she wanted to go, invite her, anything, because he says that he needed to go because he felt depressed. No, depleted, and he just needed time away to cheat. Is that why? Like, what? Make it make sense, sir, because in the interview that you all just did this past week, you and Tisha, that I have on my channel right now, you said that you were never depressed. Oh, but I forgot in this episode, you changed it from depressed to depleted. Let's just say you're full of shit. Let's just say when you brought up that whole depressed bullshit, that was your way of changing the narrative and making yourself seem like the victim because your ass didn't want to fucking renew your vows with your wife. And so since you didn't want to look like the quote unquote bad guy, that's when you got to run this narrative that your ass been depressed here lately. Boy, bye, get out of here. So he says now, since his trip to the motherland, that he values time over money. Do you, Marcel? Do you really? I don't know if I believe that. I don't even think you believe that bullshit. So he also tells his wife that he wants a chief of staff. And Tisha was like, it ain't gonna be no woman. And he was like, well, I'm most certainly not gonna hire a man. And I'm like, why not? If a man is qualified, why wouldn't you hire a man to be your personal assistant? Make it make sense, sir. That doesn't make sense. Why does it have to be a woman? See, Marsau likes to play into the narrative that he ain't shit and that he a dog and that he out here cheating. And that would bother me more so than anything, because if you're not cheating, why play up these stereotypes and put shit out there like you are doing something that you ain't got no business doing? Tisha, I ain't got nothing to say, child. Let me move on. So she then says you can have a woman as your chief of staff. No, she said you can have a woman as your chief of staff, but she has to be approved by me. And I'm standing on that because you need somebody older. We don't need somebody younger working in the office with you. And I'm like, Tisha, pussy ain't got no motherfucking face, bitch. Like, the fuck are you talking about, ma'am? Haven't you heard of Arnold Schwarzenegger? That shit don't mean nothing. If a nigga dick is hard and the pussy is available, they gon' poke it, bitch. He'll put a pillow over that bitch face before he not fuck. So that don't even make no sense. How about I'm not gonna have no bitch around my nigga? Not now. Not a now one. My mama, my cousins, my fucking sister, my friends. How about none of it, if that's the case? So Tisha then calls him out for being messy by posting that ATL boys trip picture from 2015. Marsau says that his brother Maurice shouldn't have lied in the first place, and I 100% agree that he shouldn't have lied about saying that he wasn't there and that he's never been around Ariane. But damn, is there any loyalty in that family? Why would you throw your brother under the bus? Why? What was the point of that? But then you want everybody to pledge the allegiance to your big bald head ass. Make it make sense, Marsau. Make it fucking make sense. So Tisha get to talking about, asking him, did you see Ariane said that every last one of you were cheaters? And first it was Mel saying this. Now it's this girl saying that one of her friends been dating you for years. And Marsau was like, stop, Tisha, stop. Stop. You told me that if you ever go off course to tell you to stop, and I'm telling you to stop. Why play in all that? Why play in all that? She's like, okay. But wait a minute, babe. Do you remember what she said? And he was like, Tisha, stop. Nobody calls you a dog and expects you not to bark. I just need to know what's up with all these dog fucking analogies and metaphors that this nigga comes up with. Oh, I forgot. Tisha calls them analysis. But anywho, like, dude, what is up with you and dogs? Do you have some type of kink or a fetish when it comes to dogs? Like, because that makes no fucking sense. You don't want her talking about this shit because I feel like it's some truth to that shit. How about that? How about that? Like, boy, get out of here. So then we see Tisha and Marsau in their confessional, and Tisha in her confessional has this blue velvet long sleeve dress with gloves attached to it. The dress itself isn't horrible to me. It just wasn't flattering to her figure while sitting down. Maybe when standing up it looked better, but you have to photograph yourself sitting down in these ensembles because you know that's how they're going to film you when you come in for your confessionals. It just made her look bigger than what she actually is because Tisha honestly has a beautiful figure. And I just didn't like the color of it. It was just giving me Smurfs. Wasn't really feeling it. Bitch Tail. Oh, he's back. Lord Jesus. And we see him in his confessional. And was it me? Or was that nigga's blazer made out of socks? The sleeves was giving me very much sock material. I didn't really understand it. It wasn't horrible. It actually looked nice. It just squeezed his arms tighter than what it needed to be squeezed because this nigga already can't breathe. Have you ever noticed that when he in his confessionals, everybody else sit up straight? Martell be having to lean forward and shit because the nigga be fucking uncomfortable. Them arms probably be bleeding on the inside from all the fucking strangulation. So this nigga is back. Oh, God. He goes to the gym and meets up with Louis gonna end up sitting on my ass. So they work out together and he brings up Mel. Of course he does. And he says that Mel won't answer any of his calls. And I'm like, here we go with the smear campaign. This nigga ain't even been on camera 2 minutes. And his first line of topic is Melody Cherie Rogers Holt. So he brings up her cheating again and says that she admitted it and how she was cheating when he was cheating. And it's just like, sir, nobody cares. We have already given Mel a pass. We wish you would have cheated on you more, nigga. Like, nobody gives a fuck but you. You the only person that gives a goddamn. We don't care. So, he then wants to know why all the other couples were going so hard against Tiffany and at the reunion. And he was like, because none of them are being transparent either. I think that the other couples are transparent to a point. I feel like the other two couples' business ain't out there as much as you guys, as far as you and Mel, because y'all have put out more. Everything else when it comes to Marsau and Tisha and Kimmi and Maurice is speculation and hearsay and gossip. Nothing is really concrete like it is with Mel and Martell. So Louis was like, it goes back to man code. That pick was going against man code, right? And, he's talking about Marsau, like, what was up with that? Like, why did he put that post up there, And basically, Marsau was telling him to stop pillow talking with Tiffany, but then you go out here and blast your brother. once again, make it make sense. The math ain't math, and what is going on here? So we then see Miss Kimmi, and in her confessional look, I loved her cute bouncy ponytail with the little tendrils hanging in her face. But that outfit was a no. That outfit was a no for me. It looked like it was a black, like velvet, like blazer dress, and she asked somebody to put some curtain shingles on the shoulders and on the wrist. The wrist was giving me Michaels. I didn't know what was going on with them beads, child. Them beads were a no, ma'am. Absolutely not. They look like little worms. Didn't like it at all. So she brings up Marsau's post to Maurice, and Maurice was like, oh, he was being funny. Nigga, ain't nobody that fucking funny, especially not your fucking Grinch that stole Christmas looking ass brother. That nigga ain't funny. The shit wasn't funny. Maurice need to get a fucking backbone, my nigga. So Kimmi was like, is this story made up? Because you told me back in the day, if I ever got something to ask you, you would never tell me a lie just to be straight up with it. So I'm asking you straight up. Did you sleep with the linebacker? And Maurice was like, are you really asking me this? Bitch, yes, she did. And Kimmi was like, it's a yes or no question. This nigga tried to give a whole monologue, a whole thesis, a whole soliloquy, going all around the motherfucking world and back again. And Kimmi was like, it's a yes or no question. So he was finally was like, I never did. No. And I'm like, really, Maurice? See, the way that they go about handling things makes them look even more guilty, the way that they respond to things, him and his brother. Because if it was a no, then why just not say no? Immediately. Why not just say no? Which makes you look even more guilty. So then this nigga says, and peep this, y'all. He says, and plus, I wouldn't have dated a linebacker anyway. Lies you tell. Did you forget that you was over here married to Jerry Rice? What the fuck is going? Nigga, did you forget you was married to Tom Brady, bitch? What the fuck are you talking about? Khadijah, or whatever the fuck her name is, Kawasaki, whatever the hell her name is, coloring book, was a whole fucking football player. You can't tell me that bitch wasn't a wide receiver for the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't even know if that's a team. God damn it. You's a motherfucking liar. That bitch shoulders and back is wide as all get out. Goodbye, Maurice. Goodbye, sir. So, Kimmi says that Marsau being funny, not only affected them, but affected Tisha, and a lot. She says like severely a lot. So that makes me feel the way she was putting emphasis on it, that her and Tisha had a talk, and Tisha was really fucked up behind that picture. Like really fucked up to the point where she seemed like she was on some shit. Like, was that nigga really cheating on me? Like, it seems like behind the scenes, Tisha is way freaked out about these rumors, more so than what she's trying to portray on screen. Like, she's just so carefree and she trusts him wholly. She don't trust him wholly based off the first episode, the first scene in this episode, when she brought up the whole Ariane thing. Even when he told her to stop talking about it, she kept on trying to go with it. Tisha is way bothered by this, and that's not a slight to her or a dig, because any woman would be, with these kind of allegations being made behind your husband. And even if he wasn't cheating, let's just say Marsau did not cheat, I would still feel some way as a wife if my husband goes out on a boys trip and I found out that one of the guys that I know is married had his mistress there and some other hoes, and y'all was kicking it with him all weekend. That's gonna make me look at you differently, because what was going on that you would even be comfortable enough to be hanging around your boy that's cheating on his wife that we know and are friends with, and her bitches? Because who was the bitches there for? They could have not been there for nobody. It could have just been a whole we everybody cool type shit. But as soon as you saw that shit going down, nigga, you should have removed yourself if you had any integrity and respect for marriage, period. You know what I'm saying? So I would really be looking at him sideways, because if a nigga found out that his wife was on a trip with her homegirls and some niggas pulled up and y'all was kicking with them all weekend, man, please, you're gonna have a whole motherfucking fit. So Kimmi and Tisha really need to do some investigating, my nigga. That's all I got to say. So he suggests then that she be there for LaTisha. And I'm so happy Kimmi was like, you continuously divert the conversation. And that's what him and his brother do. Like I said, at first Maurice had me, the first maybe season and a half, but now I look at him like he ain't shit neither. He just more charming and boy next door with it than his slimy looking brother. So Maurice was like, I mean, but you want me to give a fuck about something that I just don't give a fuck about. And Kimmi was like, well, I think you do need to care. How about that? But we're going to get on Kimmi in a minute. So Destiny is in the booth, honey, straining her vocal cords because that wasn't singing, child. It take confidence. That's all I got to say. It take confidence to get on national television and sing. Everybody ain't able. She's one of them. She needs to lead and singing shit alone. That is not her ministry. God did not bless her with that talent. You know, I just think she needs to stick to selling pack her and being in everybody else's business and just being on this show and just being pretty with an attitude, because no. So in her confessional, she got a cute little I Dream of Genie ponytail. It's cute. I like it. The dress was cute, but I just didn't like this little V-neck thing right here. It just cheapened the dress for some reason, and the little beads on it, it just gave it a cheap feel. If it would just been a little sweetheart line with the little beads, I would have liked it more. But overall, I liked the look. I just wasn't in love with the neckline of the look. So Tisha visits her in the booth, and her and Destiny sit down, and Destiny she finally reveals some tea about herself. She tells us that after her divorce with LaBrick, that she had to get on public assistance, go through her savings and a 401 account, and borrow money from her father just to make ends meet. Once again, the math ain't mathing. What is going on with this divorce? This man left her after 3 weeks, 3 weeks after she gave birth to their son. Now you tell us that after y'all divorce, you had to get on public assistance? So nobody down at the goddamn food stamp office saw that your ass is on fucking national television? Because I've been on state of census. Y'all know this. I've been on food stamps. I've had welfare in the past. And you got to prove that you're making damn near nothing to get some fucking assistance. So you got a whole beauty supply. Now, we know the beauty supply ain't been doing that well. But still, you got money coming from this show. I don't know if she has any endorsements or anything. But obviously, it seemed like she wasn't getting no alimony, no child support from LaBrick. What is going on? Yeah, did y'all have a prenup where what y'all came in, y'all left with? What is going on? Is this the reason why she don't want to talk about this shit? Like, somebody explain to me what y'all think is going on with Destiny and LaBrick, because I want to know how in the hell your ass that broke where you had to go on public assistance to take care of you and your kid, and your ex-husband sitting over here with a fucking successful chicken factory. What the fuck is going on? I need some explaining. Some explaining needs to happen, Lucy. So Destiny says that she has not spoken to Mel since forever, and that, you know, she's respecting the fact that Mel has created distance between them. She then goes on to say that in LA after the reunion, she and Mel's rooms were apparently next door to one another, and Mel overheard Destiny and Tisha talking. And Destiny says that everything she heard was exactly what was talked about on stage. And that when they went to brunch, the next day, Mel said it wasn't what was said, but that she was talking to her enemy. Now, this is my take on the whole thing. First of all, Mel made it clear to Destiny that she would not stand in the way of her having a friendship with LaTisha. And from what we saw, she did not do that. Then they get to reunion. Things were awkward and strained between Destiny and Mel. We film, we go back to the hotel. I hear you in the room talking to Tisha about what you say was what was said at filming. Okay, but we all know they was talking about everything. They probably was talking about Kimmi. They probably was talking about Mel, Martell, everybody. I overhear you talking, and then we meet up and I say to you, it wasn't what was said, but that you were talking to my enemy. I do believe that Mel said that she called Tisha an enemy. And she has every right to say that because they're not friends. And at the reunion, things went back to square one when LaTisha did, in fact, say, that girl tried to end my marriage. She took it back, to going tit for tat on that whole situation. So things then between them, became strained once again. But we all know that they were just playing nice, being cordial, but they don't really fuck with each other like that. That's abundantly clear. So from my point of view, if I was in Mel's shoes, I would in fact feel some type of way because I don't care about you being friends with her. But you know that me and her have had issues or having issues, whatever. We're not friends like that. We're cordial. We're cool for all intents purposes. But that still does not give you a right as somebody that's supposed to be my friend to sit up and talk about me to her. Period. That's just not something that should be done. Because if you make her comfortable enough to talk shit about me to you, then what the fuck does that say about our friendship? You know what I'm saying? Like, it should have been a situation where we talk about everybody else, but we're not going to talk about her. That's between y'all. I'm staying out of it. That's how I feel like Destiny should have handled the situation. So I understood where Mel was coming from with that. Don't talk about me to her. Period. Point blank. My name should not fucking come up. And I'm going to say that the same thing needs to be said for Mel when it comes to Tisha's cousin that we'll see on next week's episode. I believe her talking to the cousin about LaTisha, that shouldn't have went down. And on next week's review, we'll go in on that. So Tisha was like, I didn't know I was her enemy. Oh, girl, stop. Destiny was like, apparently you are now. I guess y'all banter in LA, brought up some stuff. I said she was just at your house eating tacos. Girl, that was for the fucking show. Shut up. Y'all was cool enough to have tacos at her house. Destiny in her confessional said, I've seen a lot of males' relationships end like this. I never thought it would be me, but it's a constant pattern. Well, my thing is, if you see that a person always falling out with somebody, you have to know at some point it's going to happen with you. So I don't know if that's a dig or if that's some truth, but regardless, don't act like you're a victim in this situation, like you haven't done things. I feel like in this situation, Destiny has done things, and I feel like Mel has done things. So it's on both of y'all. Wow. Where I feel like this friendship ended. But like I told y'all last season, and y'all can go back and look at my reviews from season 3, I told y'all that Destiny ass was cap and fugazi. Said it and stuck with it, and like I said, I was right. So Mel and Kimmi meet up at this like winery or whatever, doing charcuterie boards, and Mel's confessional look I actually loved for once. I normally don't go for Mel's looks all the time, but I loved her wig, loved the dress, didn't really care for the chandelier earrings, but overall I loved her outfit. The beat was on point. Yes. So Mel says that, she just wanted to check in with Kimmi after, the post that Marsau put up about the boys trip. And Kimmi was like, I was like, what was Marsau thinking? Kimmi was like, we knew where they were. We knew they were in Atlanta. All of a sudden now you knew they were in Atlanta, but when y'all was at the reunion and they asked your husband, had he ever been around this lady? And he said, no, you act like you didn't know what the fuck was going on. So Kimmi is cap. So Mel was like, but if you found out he was cheating, what would you do? And baby, Everything I said about Kimmi ass came to fruition. I be right about these folks, and y'all do not listen to me. Kimmi said, well, we weren't married. After August 25th, 2018, I would leave. So basically, she was saying whatever happened before they got married, she can look past that. Even though they had a house with each other, lived with each other, had been with each other, you will let that slide. So, like I said to y'all last season, Kimmi ass is fucking cap. Kimmi is all bark and no fucking bite. She plays and talks a big game, but she does not back it the fuck up when it comes to Maurice. Because ain't no way in hell you about to sit up here and say, we weren't married then. What? All of this shit that she done built up over the season make it seem like she's so strong and she ain't gonna take no mess. But then you gonna sit up here and say, we weren't married, so basically it's inadmissible. I would rather for you just say, look, we married now, so I don't even know if it would be that easy for me to leave. Just be honest and real with it instead of saying that bullshit. Really? And now it's really starting to make me think, especially with everything that happened last season with her and Kuwait, with her bringing back the whole I wasn't a mistress type conversation. Now it's starting to make me feel like, bitch, was you the fucking mistress? Like, because now it's really starting to look real fishy with the way that she moving and her answers to things. It's like, did y'all have a fucking open relationship or some shit? Because we all know y'all freaky, or at least Kimmi freaky. Child, what is going on? What y'all think? So Mel asked, has she talked to Tisha? And Kimmi was like, she said she didn't read all that stuff on the internet. She heard about it. Mel rolled her eyes. Child, when Mel rolled her eyes, I hollered. Kimmi was like, why you do that? And she was like, girl, because I don't be falling for folks shit. She was like, she was in the comments saying, I don't understand why Martell and his girl got my marriage in their mouth. So she read comments and I'm like, come on. Like, we all know Tisha ass is a fucking liar. So Kimmi was like, I thought y'all were getting to a different place. And Mel says the last time we were together, she was like, girl, this girl tried to end my marriage. Then I overheard Destiny and Tisha talking. I hear her say loud and clear, because Mel's a Scorpio. So I went and knocked on the door and said, y'all might want to lower your voice because I can hear y'all. Destiny come to the door. So I was like, hey. We get back to Huntsville and we have brunch, and she admits that she was talking shit about me and apologized for it. Like I said, I do believe Destiny's part of the story when Destiny said that Mel called Tisha her enemy. I do believe also Mel's side of the story when she said that Destiny admitted to talking about her. Because you were caught red-handed. There's nothing for you to say or to argue about. So I think that Destiny left some shit out, and I think that Mel left some shit out. So Mel says, I said the conversation, what was my notes? She basically was saying that she told Destiny the fact that you were talking to somebody that you know I wasn't in a great place with, and we're supposedly trying to get to a good place, and you're venting to this person about me, that's a no. And I agree. Don't talk about me to this person. And the same thing goes for Mel on next week's episode. So Mel tells Kimmi that she's having a pajama party, but Destiny and Tisha aren't invited, so don't tell them. And Kimmi was sitting there looking like, are we really doing this right now? And Mel just continuing on eating her jam honey like, yeah, being dead serious. Oh, and let me say this. I was supposed to give this warning in the beginning of this video. Okay. My reviews are for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously. My opinions are my opinions, and they are just that, opinions. Yours are opinions as well. I'm not going to argue about my feelings, what I say. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. You don't have to agree with it. State your opinions down below in the comment section and keep it the fuck moving, because we don't do all that. You being biased. All that shit over here. Take that childish ass shit to somebody else's channel. All right. So back to where I was at. So the Scotts have dinners over their brother's Micah house. I see Mark wasn't there. So Kimmi immediately brings up what Marsau did from jump. Marsau told him, I didn't think about the magnitude of what people were going to insinuate about it. I didn't think you were going to get involved in it. This nigga don't take accountability for shit. So Kimmi and Maurice was both like, how did you possibly think that? Kimmi was like, the collateral damage though lands just not on me, but your boo as well. And Maurice was like, you know, Tisha is in the crosshairs every time you do shit like this. Like, did you get hurt by it? And Tisha gonna talk about some, I really wasn't hurt at all. That's just what mean people do. They just lie. Girl, don't try to blame this on mean people. Your husband was the one that escalated this bullshit. So you need to be side-eyeing this big head motherfucker. So, Marsau was like, you know, getting in trouble with your wife is funny, but I mean, not me. So it's funny when you fuck with other people's marriages, but it's not funny when people fuck with yours. Oh, okay. Good. Did y'all peep the sister-in-law's face? The sister was sitting there like, I wish a motherfucker would. So Maurice said, you know, you had 2 babies that came out of nowhere last year. If I would have posted a crib and said, outside kids, here come Tisha. That's not funny, Reese. Oh, so it's not funny now when it's y'all family, but it's okay when your weak ass husband does it to his brother-in-law and your sister-in-law. So, Marsau told me that's below the belt. Maurice was like, I'm responsible with what I post. Maurice says, Maurice said, I'm responsible with what I post. And Marsau told him, are you? And Maurice was like, there's so much stuff that I don't say that I do know about this whole situation. And then it went off. Child, spill it, Maurice. Stop trying to be the good son. God damn it. That nigga don't give a fuck about you. He always throwing your ass on the bus and saying some slick shit. You better start running that shit. Stop being a pussy. Let me know what y'all thought about the season premiere of Love and Marriage Huntsville. I give the season premiere back. I give the season premiere back a B+. And the only reason why I say a B+ is because it wasn't really anything new that happened. We were just pretty much picking up where we left off. So only like new tea that we found out about was Destiny's tea that she spilled, which I'm so confused about, and I can't wait to see y'all theories on this whole thing. But yeah, B+. So I can't wait to see where the rest of this season is going to go. What do y'all think about Melody overhearing LaTisha and Destiny talking? Whose side are you on? Who do you believe more so than anything? Which brother side are you on? Marsau, Maurice? Were you guys shocked by Kimmi saying that basically if Maurice did cheat before they were married, that she could get past it? It's a lot we got to talk about, child. These people are crazy. Make sure to thumbs up this video, like and subscribe, hit that notification bell button. Also, once again, make sure you guys check out Pretty Girl Parlor Curvy Teak. And my discount code is PYNK20 for 20% off. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next video. Let me know also down below in the comment section if you want me to do a tutorial on this look. This is actually the makeup look that I wore for my 40th birthday last year, and I didn't get any good pics of it. But yeah, this is the look. I use all new makeup products today on my face. Newly bleached my hair, did my parts and all that shit. It felt good to get cute today. I haven't been cute in a while. So yeah, new T-Squad members, this is me, Keisha. Love you guys. To the moon and back. Peace. Bye.